Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of Kart Crazy. Today we're going to be digging into one of my latest projects, a kart that I've named Chicken Little. Come along for the ride, let's get started. Alright, here we go. This may or may not be the first time you've seen this kart. If you follow me on Facebook, you might have saw a video of it. Goodness, it's probably been close to 2 months ago I picked this kart up. It had some other things going on, obviously. With Swamp Thing, I didn't have time to get started on this, but today is the day. We're actually going to do a complete tear down and pressure wash of this guy. I named this kart Chicken Little because it was used on a chicken farm, and you'll see evidence of that here very shortly. It is probably one of the dirtiest club cars that I've dug into as far as level of grime and all of that, but we'll do a quick walk around here. My intent for this video is probably not going to do a real in-depth of the teardown, just because y'all have seen me do that a few times. And if you need more info on that, I've got a lot of great videos on the teardown process. Today, I want to get it down to the frame and do some pressure washing so that we can start building it back up with some of the new parts that I've ordered and things like that in the next video. So, we'll do just kind of a, like I said, a brief walk around, pull up the hood, so to speak, which is probably going to fall off because the hinges aren't on there. The gentleman did buy a new seat, which is great. The wood is in real good shape. Of course, it's going to get recovered. He did have a dog that was using it as a chew toy, so the good news is we'll be replacing the steering wheel, and also he got into the handle here, or the hip restraint, which we'll either try to clean those up or I may just have to order new ones. I did want to show you underneath the dash on this one. I had to rob a reverse buzzer out of here for Swamp Thing, but check this out. I mean, we're getting up there in the mud and dirt level for sure. So, but look at the level of mud in this thing. Mr. Rogers was a pretty muddy kart, if you've seen the series on that. But I think this one is going to take the cake. I did actually vacuum some of this out already just because I wanted to drop a battery in here and make sure everything was good and working, which it is. So I'm thankful for that. But yeah, we've even got the cooler with the melted ice and everything ready to go. So that's good. We'll take a look at underneath this cover. There you go. That should give you a pretty good idea of what we got going on. It is just, I mean, it's caked in there, and it's thick. So, I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, just do a quick teardown. I probably should time it, because I am curious how long it takes me to get one of these down to the frame. I guess I've never really paid too close attention. I'm thinking it's probably less than an hour if I go uninterrupted, but through the magic of editing and all of that, we'll be able to kind of get through it pretty quick here. But we'll get it, like I said, get it tore down, and I'm really anxious to get the pressure washer after this one. It's gonna be fun. So let's get after it. All right, well, that answers that question. 4:32. I started at about 10 to 4. So give or take 45 minutes, we can get one tore down. I always wondered that. But everything in the garage I plan on either reusing or somehow salvaging parts off of. Everything outside is basically trash. I thought I would take, the floor pan is loose. I have the steering wheel off and I can slide that off at any time. What I'm thinking about doing is, rather than try to vacuum this massive amount of mud up, I will just basically dump it on the floor and sweep it up. It's probably going to be a lot easier to do that, but lots of pressure washing to do. Just caked everywhere. Definitely worse than Mr. Rogers. So bad that The brake cables, I forgot to mention, are actually froze up in the mud and gunk. So we got to get all that broke free. Probably pull the wheels and drums off, obviously, and get at all that. But let me clean up a little bit of my mess and we'll do some pressure washing. Alright, here's the moment we've been waiting for. Got the pressure washer ready, and we are going to give this thing a good wash. It needs it desperately. I've got the main frame here. I've got the floorboard sitting up there, and I'll bring some of the other parts out as my wife is working on this. So let's fire up the washer and see what we can get done here. Alright, here we go. Sun's starting to go down. Dogs are probably getting hungry. And it's time to pack her up for the day, I think. Got these parts cleaned up over here. And a lot of parts purchased. And some of them are here and some of them are on the way. So this is actually, I don't know if I said it, but a cart for my neighbor. So we're going to try to get this assembled and get it going for him. Got a big battery.com battery on the way, so that should be here soon, and we'll start piecing it back together. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode, everyone. Thanks for watching. We've got a lot of parts here that still need a lot of cleaning, obviously. Some of this under dash and the wiring is just caked full of mud, so I'll have to get creative and figure out how to clean all that up. The brake pedals. But for the most part, we got a great majority of the mud and grime off of this thing. On the next video, we're going to tear into the front suspension components and figure out what's going on with these rear brakes. My hunch is they're probably packed full of mud and corrosion. So we'll deal with that next time. Thanks for coming along. Make sure you check me out on Facebook at Kart Crazy, and we'll see you next time.